WNBC.
I knew you were going to say that.
Ooh,
Wait, were you starting to play the intro to Newbie Star Trek?
Well, I guess. I mean, he's Patrick Stewart, so it should be.
Hello.
I mean, that is still technically the podcast we're doing. But it's interesting that we default to TNG's like intro.
I guess we could choose
Patrick
either
Stewart.
or, maybe.
Because it would be weird to choose DS9 because he's only in the first episode.
He wasn't DS9. He was in the first episode.
In the first episode, but that's it. You know, I mean.
Hey, if it weren't for Patrick Stewart, DS9 wouldn't even exist.
You should have put the X-Men song.
Anyway, what was Patrick Stewart in? Why aren't we watching Star Trek? What happened?
What's
Who's
Patrick
talking?
short for? Patricius?
It's short for big penis. Sorry.
Yeah, we saw his D in this episode in this movie. Yeah.
Okay, we're jumping ahead of ourselves. We're jumping ahead.
Yeah.
Not really. Like,
Straight to
this movie's chaos.
This movie's nothing. This movie's a big old nothing.
Yeah. Also, I'm gonna say right off the top.
Yeah.
I'm gonna piss off some people.
Go ahead.
Patrick Stewart, not the best actor in the world.
Not in this. Definitely not in this.
Like this is not a good fit for him.
Here's the thing. There's actors,
right?
That no matter what movie they're in, no matter how shitty the dialogue, they will make it fucking work. Think about all the movies Morgan Freeman has been in that have been really shitty, and he will outshine any fucking shitty writing. But it takes a certain kind of actor, and I just don't think. I'm not saying Patrick Stewart is a bad actor. I'm just saying he's not the best actor. I mean, he's not the Swiss Army knife.
He didn't
actors.
Single-handedly save this movie.
Exactly.
Okay.
Where you'll have there's so many actors that will do that. That will you're like, this movie was horrible, but it was bearable because of this actor. And this movie was hard to sit through.
Well, he's the only entertaining part of the movie, though.
I've seen other movies. I've seen other movies where it's only one actor doing a lot of fucking jumping through hoops, and it still keeps you fucking entertained. And I'm just saying, he's not Anthony Hopkins. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, that's kind of a huge because Anthony Hopkins is maybe one of the best actors ever.
Sam Rockwell is good in every. There's I've seen shitty movies that Sam Rockwell's in, and he's still amazing.
Even Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles,
he shines.
He's great in that movie.
Yeah, I know he's actually really good in that movie.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with his performance at all in that movie.
Actually, every performance in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is legitimately pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
There's not a bad one among them.
Yeah, like even April's perform.
Patrick Stewart is April O'Neil from Part 2, dude. Where if she doesn't have good dialogue, she's just not good, dude. You know what I mean?
That's a little harsh.
It's a little harsh.
It's a little harsh. Like April had nothing to do in that whole movie. Basically,
here's the thing.
That's true. Yeah,
I think that Patrick Stewart. I think his best performance is in Logan.
You're gonna say, in Logan. Oh, I thought you were about to say Green Room.
Green Room too, but I think Logan. He always made me cry. Where in Green Room, I guess it had the opposite effect. Like I wanted to shoot him.
Well, Green Room, he's the hugest prick in the world. I think Green Room lets him lean more into his natural dude bro-y self that comes out in Green Room a bit more.
But also like Green Room's really well written. You know, like
that's also true.
Have we said the name of what we've seen of what we watched?
It's in the title. If you're listening to this, it's in the fucking title.
Well, it's Safe House. I should start off by apologizing to everyone. I remembered this movie being way funnier than it was when I saw it when I was younger.
Yeah.
I did watch it when I was like kind of half drunk at my cousin's house or apartment in New York, like in the middle of the night, like 2 a.m. And I thought
which half of you was drunk?
Yeah. The bottom half?
This is important.
Yeah. I'm wondering
because of the
but I wonder what year did this come out?
1999.
Sorry, 98.
Oh, 98. Oh, that was 99. I thought it was
98.
98. So he's in the thick of it.
Yeah.
With Star Trek.
This was
No, this would be after TNG's over.
Oh, really?
But they're still in the middle of the TNG movies. So
I was about to ask about the movies.
Yeah, they're still doing it.
Two of them have come out, or one of them, right? I think
2 of them, because I think by this point,
Generations and then First Contact.
Yeah, First Contact came out. So a really terrible one, and then a pretty okay one. came out.
And we still haven't met Patrick Stewart as Professor X yet.
No, not yet, dude.
Was that like in the 2000s?
2000.
I think it was 2000 exactly.
Oh,
yes.
okay. Because that kind of re-kickstarted his film career, becoming Xavier. Until then, he was doing movies like Safe House.
Wonder what possessed him to select Safe House as a movie.
Money.
To be honest, as someone who didn't watch Star Trek, at that time, I thought of him preemptively as Professor Xavier before
everyone
he became that. Mm-hmm. Yes.
So. Everyone did. Yeah.
Do you think okay, now so I'll lay the question down. I won't back up from it. Do you think, because definitely like all the younger kids, or at least for me, I saw, to me, he was always Professor Xavier first, right? Because I never was watching the show as a kid, right? So is it just a generational thing where some people are like, oh, he's Professor Xavier to us first, and then he's Picard, and then to many he's Picard first, and then Professor Xavier second? I
think it happens both ways, but even with Picard being first, everyone still always thought, hey, he would be really good to play Professor Xavier. That never, because he's both British and bald and got the same build. Yeah. So
I mean, so is Jason Statham, but I don't think he'd make a good Professor X because he'd be dropping the fucking C-bomb. You
don't fucking know that. Imagine Professor X.
That would be badass, dude. I'm just saying. When Kevin Feige put Statham as Professor Xavier, and that's how his back went, was that he was just roundhousing people and someone just said, like,
the climax of the first X-Men movie is that okay, things have gotten really bad. Professor X, we need you to pull out the big guns. And it turns out he wasn't crippled.
Oh,
and he stands up,
dude,
and he
oils up. He oils up the fucking wheelchair, dude, and he fights with it. I could get behind that, dude. Here, look, I made a grand statement in the beginning of this show, podcast, whatever this is called.
Right.
Ian McKellen,
right,
I think could have pulled this role off and been entertaining.
Oh
yeah.
Really?
I think he would have kept my attention a little more.
I think Ian McKellen, I know they're both friends, but I do think Ian McKellen is the better actor overall.
Yeah, probably got a bigger dick too, dude. Think
probably, but I'm not going to assume that another actor would have made me enjoy this movie more.
It's possible.
No, I it's funny because throughout the whole movie, I'm like, who could have made this better? Not that. Yeah. And it feels like I'm just constantly shitting on Patrick Stewart, but I just did feel like, oh fuck, this is an interesting concept, but executed poorly and directed poorly, and it's, and I'm like, if you get to the right director, and some of the lines weren't, some of the cringy lines were like, oh well, the right actor, you could kind of play it more serious than hammy,
right?
And I'm like, someone could pull it off,
right?
I could see if they took the same script right now and put who's an older actor now.
So far you've named Ian McKellen, but I slot him in, and in my mind that doesn't make it a movie I want to watch all of a sudden.
Dude, take a movie from with the same title, dude. Take Denzel from Safe House.
The other Safe House. That's what we almost started watching first.
Put Denzel on this.
Yeah.
He kills it, dude.
Oh my god!
It's actually hard to find the non-Denzel Safe House on YouTube. You have to search Patrick Stewart Safe House.
Yeah.
The thing is,
I wonder if he's damn it.
I think the problem with the script, there's two major problems. I mean, three. One is that it's way too long.
Oh and the reason god, it's 2 hours long.
It's an hour 51.
Yeah,
it's insanely long.
And the reason why it's way too long is there's way too many psych outs.
Oh my god.
It constantly keeps going, nope, and that wasn't real. Or nope, that wasn't what you thought it was, over and over again, to the point where when
you're right there with his daughter, and it's like, no, fuck you. This is stupid.
Fuck off. Yeah. But by the time you reach the ending and it turns out Andy is the bad guy the whole time, you're like, fuck off. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. You don't even care at that point. You're
you
like,
psyched me out so many times that I don't care anymore. And the third.
Also, I just want to point out that we all knew that she was the bad guy from the beginning.
I mean, logically, it had to be someone close to him. The only other twist is that it was his wife's husband, and it was some sort of long con. Yeah, but he's not in it enough for it to be a compelling twist. Yeah, so it had to be the mysterious housekeeper, nanny,
the other twist is that it's real, I guess.
Yeah.
There's parts of it that...
Yeah.
But that's not a twist.
Yeah. That's not a twist.
Okay, that's the thing. That's the third problem.
Yeah.
From the very beginning, he's not bullshitting because when you look at his computer, there's there's a list of people being killed. Yeah. Which means they
are actually being killed.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are actually being killed on the news, which means this is real already. Like from the first 10 seconds in, we know this is real. Like, so.
Okay, now part of me is also wondering, is this like weird 90s bullshit where like anyone can make a computer anything? And this is a fake, like in the movie, a fake interface that convinces him that he is being a dead man switch.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Here's what convinced me right away that it was real. As soon as you see the equipment in his like safe house room, his like panic room.
Yeah.
Yes.
You realize legit.
Like, like you can't get weapons like that.
Okay, that combined. Yeah. Well, it's that combined with he's clearly skilled.
Yeah.
Like when he's doing target practice, he's dead on.
Yeah.
Like, and he knows how to fight. And like his
stupid, by the way. He's just firing rounds in the pool. Around the pool while conducting interviews inside the house. That's insane.
Also, what's insane is that he's shooting like full loads of full rounds, by the way. Yeah, in the middle of like the Hollywood Hills. By the way, I know exactly. I know exactly where the house is.
We were like, we know exactly where this is.
There's no way. There's no way. Like, and like his neighbors wouldn't call.
And it's ruined by the final helicopter shot where you pull out and you're like, they're right next to each other. Like
yeah.
How was nobody?
Good thing no one was home.
Yeah,
anywhere else.
Yeah, and it's just it doesn't make sense that his daughter is like, Dad, you're just a PR guy. It's like he's clearly not. Yeah, like with given the amount of skill he has, like it's already fake.
You know what would have been a really good twist? I was thinking about like my writer brain would kick in sometimes, and I'm like, oh, if you made it so like it was kind of like The Rock. You know what I mean? Where like
not the actor of the movie.
Yeah, the movie. Sorry. The Michael Bay movie where he was a spy and he was kind of gone most of his daughter's life, and then he comes back, and now like they're trying to rebuild a relationship, but he's losing his mind, and then you have her be like, it turns out he never had a daughter. She just lied.
Shit.
It was
like that far gone. Like it's so far gone. It's horrifically far gone. Like he actually lives in like some sort of shed. Yeah, and it was never like. Because the other thing is also that this is clearly like a cheap movie because they're trying to be like, he lives in this super nice house. Yep. It's nice-ish, but it's not like
it's like middle. It's like upper middle class. You know? It's not like, nice enough for like a maid service. And,
it's. I don't know. It's a Hollywood Hills house, and I think it's a really expensive.
Well, she's like in like a maid. I don't know. It just seemed a little out of place, I guess. My thing also is that this movie, of course, was made. It was really cheap, right?
It was made specifically for Showtime.
Yeah. And
also, maybe that
helps explain.
Yeah. Also, maybe Ricardo, the director of this movie was what's his fucking name? Eric Steven Stahl. Do you know who that is? Who was Eric Steven Stahl?
No,
I tried to look at his filmography.
I have. But here's the thing: this movie feels a lot like it was a favor. It feels like if you look this guy up outside of the director, he's probably like an agent or a manager that wanted to take a swing at directing, and like he called in his favors. Because if you notice, like the Shrink guy, the Elizondo, the Hispanic actor, he's in all his movies. So like clearly, like he's affiliated to him somehow.
I'm trying to remember what else I know that guy as. Like who has he played before?
He's in a few things.
He's in a bunch of things. Yeah. He's one of those like Hispanic character actors that's in like in everything.
Yeah.
It's just like there's something very specific that I personally know him most as, and I just couldn't place it.
I'm trying to think of things that you would know.
Woman, maybe?
No.
There's a voice acting role he was in. He was in Batman: Mystery of the Batwoman. I don't know if that would be. He plays Bane in that.
Like it's the face that I'm familiar with, and I'm not like registering.
I'm trying to think of movies.
Do you know him from Safe House? The blockbuster hit Safe House.
Oh yeah.
Does that ring a bell? Also, this guy's like suffering from Alzheimer's, but they let him around guns and all that and be armed.
Like no one did like a wellness check on that part.
I know.
Maybe we shouldn't have you have guns
Well, they haven't had the competency hearing yet.
Yeah. Well, one of the big things that I thought, like, you could have saved this by just doing this, is that because he's not doing crazy things up until the double agent shows up, right? At the midway through the movie. So I thought for the longest time, like, she's drugging him to make him loopy, and he's not loopy. Because up to that point, he's doing nothing that's wild. He's doing like spy shit. He's not forgetting really. They're not showing that he's forgetting things. Is he shooting things? Yeah, he's nutty, but like not outside of like.
Yeah, it's like this weird attempt at like a wacky thing. But like every time every time it wants to be wacky, it falls extremely flat on its face. Like whenever his friend Stu is doing impressions, you're like, please stop.
My God.
Like it's not funny.
Oh, that's real bad. That's real bad stuff.
Before I forget,
it's really that's the best way to put it. It's just embarrassing. Yeah.
I want to talk about a few things before I forget. Okay. One is that at one point the plot is simple. He's an aging like I would say like spy. Mm-hmm. Think of like an Ethan Hunt, not really CIA, not DA. He's kind of like an IMF.
That's the ongoing joke. That's DIA. Yeah, it's dialogue.
So he's kind of like he's got like dementia a little bit, and like his daughter wants to put him in like basically. He's kind of losing his mind, but it turns out it's true that he is a super spy, and they're just people that try to
both are true.
Well, both are true.
Yeah, it's just that both is true. That's all. Yeah, it turns out everything posited in the show in the episode is true, or the movie is true.
Yeah, exactly.
Like everything everyone said is happening.
At one point, like the girl that they hire because his original maid like leaves because she's too scared because he's fucking pulling drills and stuff.
It's terrifying.
With the guy with the
drills are so stupid.
Yeah, the guy with the impressions.
It's comedy, so okay? It's an attempt at comedy.
Yeah, and
you didn't like them, Dan?
But where do you get that guy? Where did that Stu guy come from?
That guy is the director's friend. I guarantee it. They're friends.
And they don't even explain why Stu, the pool guy, is like one really good friends with him.
Like,
yeah. They don't explain a lot in this movie, dude.
And also like competent enough to give him a challenge when doing drills.
Yeah.
Why?
How did he trust him to be like, hey, I'm a spy? Like, let's do
There's one scene where there's one of the drills. One of the drills is he comes in through the ceiling on a rope. You hear the sound of a helicopter. What the fuck was that about?
Yeah. You know what's so crazy is that
it was fake. So
Stu is the only guy he lets into the panic room.
Yeah, Stu's the only one he trusts.
Yeah.
So we don't know who Stu is to him at all.
Well, the twist should have been like
Stu in. He let Jimmy Stewart in.
The backstory needed to. Like they needed to finally reveal at the end. Oh, Stu is one of his old friends from back in the Navy. That's why like he's so good at drilling him. That's why. And at the end, he like saves him or something instead of just getting shot out of nowhere.
And they don't explain it. I thought they were going to explain that. Like, it turns out he's not shot. Like he had a vest on the whole time. No, he fucking died.
Oh, he's just dead. He's dead. Yeah.
Like he's just floating in the pool at the end.
That's crazy.
So they hire the father of the bride, the daughter of the
right.
Sorry, I got jumbled there. The girl who plays the daughter in Father of the Bride, Steve Martin's daughter. And to me, and this is the same universe, by the way. She went on to become a spy, and she's doing fucking black bag stuff.
The weird thing I remember her the most from is a made-for-TV miniseries called.
You know what at first I thought she was that same young lady from Tapestry, like when
yeah
like her.
Well, it's because they all kind of look like Clarice. What's her name from the lady who plays Clarice? Helen Hunt.
Right,
not Helen
Goonies.
Why am I blanking out too?
Foster, Jodie Foster.
Jodie Foster. Yeah, they all have this Jodie Foster look a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
It's kind of weird.
But the thing I remember her the most from is this mini series on TV that I used to be obsessed with called The 10th Kingdom, where she played the lead character Virginia.
Oh, I thought you were going to say she was a 10th kingdom. So
she's from our world. Our world is the 10th kingdom.
So she takes over, and she's like the maid, and she stays there. She's like an live-in maid / nurse / a lot of things. And at one point, I don't like how they say this. She says, like, there's a lot of innuendo, like, oh, I'm here to entertain you too, like I'm your companion as well. And I was like, oh, it's inappropriate. Weird. Yeah, it's a lot of like how she says it.
There's a lot of like,
she's not really the nicest person.
Yeah. And there's also a lot of like fake out sexual tension, which is weird.
Yeah.
Like when they're eating the ice cream or the gelato or the. By the way, thank God we brought this up. So here's the thing I hate. I've always hated this since high school. I fucking hate this. And you probably have experiences, all of you.
Right.
I hate it. No matter how good somebody is, I hate it when somebody brings out a guitar. I fucking hate it,
that was Patrick Stewart that wanted to do it. There's a lot of like stuff
also,
in this.
I was waiting for the hands, for the fake hands to come
the fake hands come out for the same. Also for the guitar.
Yeah.
Granted, his own arms are quite hairy.
You don't care. You don't care if you're sitting around a campfire and Jimi Hendrix pulls out his guitar. You're pissed,
dude. No. Jimi Hendrix, get the fuck out of here, dude. I'm gonna drop kick you, dude.
Put your fucking guitar away.
What if Jimi Hendrix got out his guitar and then he started playing Wonderwall?
Dude, I would time travel and hit his mom in the crotch so she didn't fall to the earth with somebody that would play Wonderwall, dude. Here's the thing about I don't care if it's Bob Dylan, dude. I don't want to fucking
put that away.
Dude. Put that shit away, dude. And he would agree with me. Bob Dylan would be like, yeah, it's stupid. Like, they made me do it, but I didn't want to do it. I think it's just like, it's a war crime. To me, it's a war crime.
It's a full-on war crime.
Yeah, if you're asking me, like, with this current administration, who do you want to round up? People who pull guitars up at parties. Let's round them up. Let's find a nice little island and get them out of here, dude. With guitars. Take your guitars.
They can all play for each other.
Yeah.
They'll all take turns.
They'll all drive each other nuts. But that's one thing that bothers shit at me.
I feel like Patrick Stewart really likes that aspect in roles that he plays, like the little.
But he doesn't know how to play. He doesn't know how to play anything.
Yeah.
He doesn't know how to play guitar.
No, that's the thing. I think there's like things that Patrick Stewart wants to do more when he gets into roles is that he wants to be like, I'm very masculine. So he wants to do like masculine things. Like I'm sure the cigars were also his idea to be like, let's all smoke in the movie, dude. And like, I think he loved the idea of like, oh, I'm going to constantly have guns on me. And I'm going to play with this katana. The katana, I think, is also his idea. Cause it's like, it's anti-Chekhov's katana. Cause it's the only thing he's allowed to keep from weapons.
And he never uses it.
And he never uses it. Yeah. So like,
I thought he was going to behead her. Like he was going to fucking like somersault, get the fucking katana and fucking chop her arms off.
I thought he might like distract her by throwing the katana at her. Then you get the double psych out of him finding the gun underneath the garbage disposal, like we saw, and then nothing.
Or the gun's not there. He throws like Dawn soap at her.
Yeah, and then that's the psych out, and then he grabs the katana. Yeah.
But no, they never go back to it. I hate that part. But here's another thing that's near that. There's a scene where like his daughter takes him to the doctor, and they're on their way back, and he's like, "Oh my God, there's C4 under this seat." And the funniest line that like no one will get except people that live in LA, where he's like, "There's enough C4 to blow us to Pacoima." And I'm like, no one. Why would they put this line in here? No one knows. First of all, no one knows where he lives. Like they don't say, "Hey, he lives in the Hollywood Hills." And no one at no point do they specify that he's in LA. Period.
Right.
But then the Pacoima
says
line
on the license when he pulls it out, like her license, it says Fresno at least.
And there's a few circumstantial ones. The plates are Californian.
But then I also noticed that almost always on one of his TVs, there's an advertisement going for Galpin Ford.
Yes, that's another one. But that's so local that you would not know.
That's where my family got their Aerostar, man.
I feel like first of all,
no one would get that. Yeah.
Galpin Ford allegedly under a lot of fucking lawsuits, dude, for selling lemon fucking Fords.
Wow.
2,
lemon law.
I bet you this guy the Galpin guy fucking paid, dude. with like drug money.
Oh yeah,
that's the other thing I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Okay. There's a lot of product placement.
Yeah.
There is so much. There is so much product placement.
Coca-Cola.
There's Cuisinart. There's Coca-Cola. There's DeWalt. There's
Twinkies.
M&M's.
Caviar.
Twinkies. Like I'm sure that if they could, they would have branded the caviar and gotten like a brand of caviar.
Was there Cerveza Cristal?
I have to ask a question of all of you guys.
Yeah.
Does everyone have this thought the same as me, which is at one point, like he's having that they dance, right? They get all dressed up. He cooks. They have like a nice like date. It's very sexual.
Yeah, why did they have 2 dates?
Did he fuck his sex doll? Did he fuck his own sex doll?
Probably.
You know, now that you bring that up, that's a good question.
I think he got loopy and he fucked his own doll.
And he kind of responds as if, almost like he's done it before.
Yeah. I don't like it. I don't like how like they don't explain.
Because for the context of the audience, all we know that basically it's just another psych out scene of 20 psych out scenes. Oh, did they? Because it's like
we should explain for people who are not going to take the time to watch this movie. At one point, so the way he sleeps is which is right. The way he sleeps is that he sleeps in the closet and he puts out like a lifelike doll of himself. It's basically a fucking sex doll of himself.
Right. Yeah.
On the bed with a recorder that I don't know how the mini tape is 8 hours long. He's snoring for like, it sounds like like he's snoring.
It's the exact same problem as The Room where you're like, how did Tommy Wiseau record all these old conversations perfectly?
And also like, why does he store it away and then bring it out at night? Like, might as well just leave it out every night. It doesn't make any sense, you know?
Yeah.
Why even bother making the bed there if he's just going to put the doll back? And I didn't understand that part. But at one point he falls asleep and he wakes up and you think, oh, he fucked the maid, dude. Straight up.
Well, at first it's a psych out scene because you think, oh shit, someone's in the bed with him.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be the caretaker lady.
And they've been drinking, by the way, the night before.
Right. Which is totally unprofessional. And then of course you realize it's the dummy.
Well, it's the sex doll, dude.
Yeah, the sex doll.
Have some respect for the doll, Sarah. Come on, dude.
She's not a dummy.
It's an erotic door. An erotic doll.
Yeah.
By the way, do you think he had it at his house? You think he got to keep it?
Oh, that he kept it?
Yeah.
I thought about that. I would keep it.
Would it be weird if anyone was allowed to keep it?
Someone has it. Someone has it.
Someone has it.
Somewhere there's a very lifelike pet.
They paid a lot of money for that shit. Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably where a lot of the money went to just getting this really.
It's not bad, actually.
Yeah. It's very accurate looking.
It's decent.
Yeah.
My favorite line of the whole movie. Well, it's a line, and then like the scene that it cuts to next. Mm-hmm. It's them. It's like someone going like, oh, they're like, oh, it seems like you're a little nutty, and he's like, I'm not crazy. And then the next scene, he has a rifle with a scope, dude.
Yeah, pointing it out the window. Yeah.
And pointing at his daughter, dude.
Yeah.
I'm like, what's going on? But the line before that was like, I'm not crazy. Hard cut to him running through the fucking kitchen with the fucking rifle.
And the thing is, okay, maybe you're like, oh, he needs a scope, right? But right next to him is his telescope. So,
yep.
So there's no explanation.
Yeah.
Other than Patrick Stewart wanted to hold a rifle that day for that scene.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people who failed him around him, in my opinion. Just didn't like they're not very just his daughter does not care very much about, I started watching this movie and I realized it was about Alzheimer's and, watching your parents.
I mean, this is just elder abuse.
And I just was like, Marvin, why did you put this on? This is depressing. I don't want to see this. Like, what? But at this point, I'm like, man, they really guided him wrong. Like this whole time, like no one really cares about him, truly and honestly. Like,
no.
Well, also, he doesn't care about his daughter because he never told her. He could have been like, come into. Why did he divulge this to the maid / caretaker? He had this protocol.
And not be
there's
really no
I'm not
reason
crazy.
For this.
Look at all these files I have on my computer about this guy.
Right.
Why divulge anything at all? to her.
Right.
Like
on the computers, the fail safe on the computers. It's really safe. It's on some computer in Nebraska or whatever.
It's basically on the cloud.
The security talk is very early of the time. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, he's like, I distributed a zip file across a bunch of torrents, and
it's very safe.
Well, the thing is that like, how are you gonna explain anything to like in the late 90s? How do you explain like, oh, it's a cloud? It's in the cloud somewhere, like don't worry about it. It's in the cloud.
Also, Patrick Stewart is a one finger typer, I guess.
I hate
computer
that.
user.
That was another thing.
I was like, no, or his character is at least maybe.
I'm starting to realize that this movie, in essence, is a lot like a Neil Breen film.
Oh yeah, it's a little more. Like it's in a Neil Breen film, you have no idea what's going on.
Whereas,
but in a Neil Breen movie, it would have been more heady. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
there's bigger ideas. There's much bigger ideas in a Neil Breen movie. Yes.
Like needless romantic tension. Like overly masculine, self-aggrandizing, like bits to the role.
Yes.
At the end, like a major like comeuppance to government because of his final action.
Yeah.
Because, the failsafe just triggers.
Yeah. And then like, and he's total vindication. And it turns out he's the savior.
And you're just told this by a newspaper or by a news guy before the credits start showing.
Okay. I have some breaking news before we go any further though.
Is it from the Washington Post?
So it's about Patrick's PP. Okay, so
please to God, tell me it was real.
Okay, so
not a prosthetic.
The version that I have of Safe House I've like, let's say, acquired in order to edit with and all that stuff, right? It's a different version than the one on YouTube, and I'm realizing a few things. One, the version on YouTube is accidentally left open matte, so it's 4:3 when the movie as presented on Showtime Beyond HD is 16:9. So the movie on YouTube is an unmatted version. The other thing is that the reason why I was a little zoned out for a second is I was trying to find the exact frame with this PP in the shower. Okay. And the thing is,
it's clear as day.
That's the thing. The YouTube version is an uncensored version.
Wait, what?
The one that we watched on YouTube is an uncensored version that shows the tip of his pee-pee. In the Showtime Beyond HD version, they painted it out with the fake shadow. So the version that's on YouTube.
So wait, the one that we saw,
we saw is a version that should not be showing this pee-pee.
So it is his pee-pee.
It is his actual pee-pee, and I have a feeling.
Why are we saying pee? Before we go, hold on. More people that deserve to be in hell are people that say pee-pee, dude. How could we not say penis?
Okay, his cock, right?
Yeah, his cock, his dick.
Okay. Say that his enterprise. I don't give a fuck.
Just don't say. We bluntly say people are fucking all the time, and yet we resort to pee-pee.
Okay, here's the thing. What I'm thinking happened is the version I have.
So which version did they watch? Did they watch the one that had it, or were we the only one?
Everyone here watched it on YouTube, right?
Yeah,
I did.
Okay,
but I didn't notice the PP when it occurred. I was a bit sleepy.
Sarah and I always noticed
both of them.
I perked up immediately when that scene came on. I was like, oh, all of a sudden this became way more innocent, interesting.
So here's the thing.
Innocent / interesting.
So this is what I'm thinking. The version I have acquired is from Showtime, and it's like an official Showtime version. I'm thinking that Showtime's release is like the correct final finished version. The version on YouTube, when you start at the beginning, it's from a company called FilmRise. You'll see when it loads. FilmRise is the company that acquires lots of like old defunct shows and have been putting them on like Tubi and YouTube for like ad revenue. And so they did this with like Iron Chef. They've been doing this for like Cheaters and shows like that, right?
Oh, I love that show.
And this is one of their acquisitions. And I'm guessing that when they acquired Safe House, they acquired some sort of like archival copy that isn't properly letterboxed.
Okay, and before we go any further, I need you to do the audience a service and provide a time code for the penis.
Okay, it is at
It's good, guys. Write this one down. Get your pen out.
On the YouTube version, it is at 1 hour, 2 minutes, 54 seconds in. You may have to scrub a little bit to get to the exact frame. There's like 3 frames.
It's when he turns around.
Yeah, just as he's turning, you see
You're welcome, film distributor company. We just made you some revenue.
You can see his pee-pee and his balls.
God, stop saying pee-pee, dude. God damn it. I'm insane with anger right now, dude.
You can see his penis and you can see it like very clearly, in my opinion. Yeah.
So
because it hits the light at just the right angle where it illuminates.
Yeah.
And it illuminates for a moment, and you can see kind of you can see what we're working with, you know?
Yeah, like you could see like the shape of like the tip.
For sure.
And how, So I think what happened is Showtime received the master and was like, okay, we've noticed this thing. We're going to create our own delivery that paints out the penis. But when they acquired it from Filmrise Filmrise acquired it and they're just putting up on YouTube, there's no QC for this shit. They're just tossing it up.
I feel like this is what happened. They're like, hey, we want to buy this movie, and they're like, okay, cool, we'll send you it, and then you got to just letterbox it and stuff. It's just like the textless version. You can do whatever you want, and then you could fix it up nicely. Okay, and then someone was like, I got to go home, dude. I can't be doing this job. Someone at YouTube is like. And he's like, it looks fine. It looks great. Why would we do anything to this?
Nothing's wrong with this. Nothing's
wrong with this. I'm going to load it up.
And I know for a fact now, I'm realizing it's definitely unmatted because there's tons of headroom in all these shots.
Yep.
Yeah. And I'm realizing that's because it was originally shot for the mat. And so
are we saying that Dan and Ricardo, you on your first initial watches, you guys actually didn't notice it at all? You didn't see it?
No, so I started watching it on YouTube, and then it wasn't letting me. First of all, I don't like how it looks sometimes. Like if you download a shitty copy, if you download a shitty copy, they don't look good on Plex. So I looked it up, and I'm like, I'm gonna just find it because if you go to a thing called like where to stream, it'll show you like what country it's streaming on, what service. And so it said, it's on YouTube. So I'm like, go to YouTube.
Yeah.
And I don't know if this is free to premium subscribers or if...
No, it's free in general. It's a free-to-watch movie. It's free with ads on YouTube.
So there you go. I mean, I started watching it there also because it just was easier and less buffering than
well, this is also the dig version.
Yeah.
So I mean,
if you want, that's so interesting that you guys didn't notice it, but I know Marvin and I were, eagle eye.
No, we did know. I did notice it.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Sarah's a sharp eye for these things.
Yeah, you got dick eyes, dude.
For Patrick Stewart,
my ex-coworkers.
Hell yeah. It was a good one. I gotta say, I did not think I would see as much as I saw. Let's put it that way.
Our old coworker used to have, we called her old dick eyes. Just like Sinatra was called blue eyes. We used to call her old dick eyes. Because no matter what the movie was or like what she was working on, she could spot a dick.
I mean, we're not talking like, it wasn't like John Hamm type, but like we're.
Oh, no. Yeah, it looks pretty average.
Yeah.
Like John Baloney,
Yeah.
Not quite ham.
Not quite ham, but somewhere in between there. And
they're like good. Whatever they're peddling at fucking IHOP. That's what it is. Whatever that fucking
turkey bacon.
Is. Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. I was just it caught me off guard. You know what I mean? And that did make me like this film a lot more. So
that didn't help me at all. I like that he was really into like Asian culture. You know what I mean? Like
he was like,
subtly there you see things around. Well, at first it's subtle, and then it becomes and then it becomes explicit because he owns a fucking samurai sword.
He has to perform a Shungoku Satsu to do the dead man switch.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. I was like, this is the craziest password system.
Yeah.
It would have been sick.
Insane. What did that character say anything? Did that character mean anything?
That character is the character for Heaven 10.
Yeah.
Really?
It would have been sick if his password was inputting the Shungoku Satsu on an arcade stick correctly. And he keeps alternating it. Like next time it's the Raging Storm motion. The next time It's doing a full fucking.
I didn't like his mouse either. His mouth. I don't like the scroll ball people either.
Fierce.
Oh, that's an old person thing. So that's why he was doing it. Yeah.
I don't like that.
I don't like. His mouse. That's terrible. Yeah. That's the one. But it's supposed to be. Is that supposed to be better for you?
You know what?
I guess not.
Give up computers. If you can't hold a mouse, give them up. Don't use computers.
Well, some people, if they
the vertical mouse is good.
Yeah, the vertical. They go vertical. Yeah,
I think that's weird though.
But you have to get the right type of vertical because
it just looks like you're jacking off a computer, dude.
Yeah.
Well, a coworker of mine once let me borrow her vertical mouse to try, and I was like, I cannot click with this thing because the moment I press a button, the mouse moves. Yeah. And
you need to find a correctly weighted.
Oh wait, Dan is a vertical mouse user, aren't you?
Yeah.
For a little bit, I was using one because I was developing wrist pains, but thankfully they receded and I went back to a normal mouse.
If you switch to masturbating to the left hand, the pain goes away on the right hand.
Yes,
I do have a mouse pad, a little pad.
Oh fuck you!
That's huge. So it's just like a giant pad that's on a laptop, but it's. Like
that's just as boomery.
Wait, that's a touchpad?
Wait, what is that?
Yeah. Oh. It's a giant touchpad.
Oh,
I don't like touchpads.
That's just as boomery to me. You're also a boomer now. So good job.
Well, I use it because I have like
for?
5 computers for my Apple computer.
Oh, okay. Why does it need to be so big?
Why do you need to use that? Because you have 5 computers.
Never go too big. Certain things, dude. You know, I gotta make up for other things.
Is that about?
Why do you need that? Because you have 5 computers.
Well, because this one's specifically for my Apple computer and my work computer, and my other mouse are for my PC. And then I got a lot of computers, dude.
Just get a KVM, dude.
Here's the thing about KVMs that only gives me 2 computers.
No,
there's got 5. Okay,
you could get a KVM from Level 1 Text that gives you 4.
Send me a link, dude.
All right, I will send you a KVM. Yeah.
So. Yeah, I'm not being. I'm being serious.
Part of me wonders if Patrick Stewart took this role because it's a chamber piece with essentially him and this lady.
Oh yeah,
being the main characters. And he can just play and show off, and
it lets him be the star, and he gets to be with an attractive lady for a whole feature length.
I think they asked him, "Do you want to be in this movie?" And then he's like, "You owe this guy. This guy like saved your, this guy saved your mom. This director, he had something on him. First of all, 2, they're like, oh, well, where does it film? And it's like it's in one location.
Yeah, one location down the street from your house, your current house.
It's
literally. For all we know, this is Patrick Stewart's house.
Maybe
they shot at his house.
Yeah, he has a bunch of guns in his house.
You just have to roll out of bed, go to work.
Well, even make
but also that it's also because that the safe room of the safe house is clearly like a fake set. Yeah. So like that part they could have just built anywhere.
No, those were actually his tins of beluga.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, that's what I eat for lunch.
There's just some random shit in the fridge. It could have just been his shit.
He's like, I take a slice of bologna and I put caviar in the middle like a taco, like a bologna taco. Just a salty.
I did really like his safe room though. His safe room seemed like a little cozy spot to hang out.
It's cozy. Yeah.
I mean, it's not cozy. It's definitely like machine room mechanical, but it seems like he had it the way he liked it.
Are you talking about his surveillance room?
Yeah, the surveillance room.
Yeah.
His
ready room?
Okay.
Yeah, his ready room, I guess you could say, yeah.
This movie is essentially the movie version of Captain's Holiday, because it's basically like Picard
getting kind of essentially that's essentially the vibe I had the whole time. It's like this is just an indulgence film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just wanted to show off as a cool action guy, kind of get the lady.
No gaffer tape though.
Yeah, no gaff tape. But kind of get the lady, sort of.
Does he really though? He kills her, dude.
I know, but like they keep saying, "Oh,
he shoots his load into her."
He sure does.
I guess you could say that.
Yeah,
dude. Right in her chest, dude.
Yeah. But
do you think Patrick Stewart was better than this? Was he not better than this for the time?
I don't think he's better than this because he couldn't make this good, dude.
For the era, it's the villain when they have a weird diet that has like tofu and stuff.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Ew,
that's how you know she's evil. Fucking macrobiotic diet. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, her fucking diet.
He's so gross. I thought he liked Japan.
Which is like isn't he like, doesn't he love Japanese things? But he's like, what the hell is this? That's tofu.
I mean, he likes samurai swords and the Shungoku Satsu. That's pretty much all we got.
What's the joke he makes about his name? He's like, what is mace short for?
Oh, mace means in your face.
That is such a weird line.
Yeah. What the hell was that?
Yeah. So bad.
He probably chose that name too. He was probably like, "Oh, Mace, that's a cool name, Mace."
Name. and then why did he have to like? It's so stupid. There's so many stupid things. He has to wear a different costume when he goes to see the psychiatrist guy.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll admit it, Ricardo. Denzel might have been able to sell that line.
See,
that's true. Yeah.
Now that I'm thinking about it, maybe.
He might do it like in like he might, but that line he might do it like with a quiet, threatening tone, and that would work.
Yeah, he's like, like in your face, and then he would slowly get in your face.
Yeah.
There's ways. Dude, there were options.
Denzel would have made it so entertaining. Like to be fair, the Safe House with Ryan Reynolds is a shit movie that he makes good. That movie's only watchable because of Denzel, dude. Denzel's fucking amazing in that.
Okay.
All right.
Maybe it's a curse of the safe house movies. No safe house is safe.
The Safe House cinematic universe?
Yeah. By the way, Discovery, guys.
What?
Discovery that I made this weekend? A little Discovery about
I thought
the
you were
universe.
Star Trek Discovery. I was like, why are you talking about?
I thought you were talking about Discovery Channel.
About a movie universe that I made this weekend.
Oh.
The Karate Kid universe? The Karate Kid cinematic universe is in the same universe as Freddy Krueger, Nightmare on Elm Street.
Oh.
Based off of what?
If you watch Nightmare on Elm Street 2, when they go to the lockers, it's the same high school as in Karate Kid. In fact, the lockers are really close to each other. The lockers from Nightmare on Elm Street 2 and the lockers from Karate Kid.
Okay, so they just went to the same high school.
Right. Yeah, but it means like Ralph Macchio could be attacked.
Now, is it that they use the same location, or did they create the same fictional high school?
I don't know, dude. I need to dig deeper.
I'm pretty sure Freddy Krueger takes place in the Midwest, and Karate Kid takes place in Reseda, California.
No, so, I think Nightmare on Elm Street is like a fake town in LA.
And I don't think it's in LA. I think it's somewhere in the Midwest.
Shermer, Illinois did?
The movies are set in this fictional town of Springwood, Ohio. So either this town transported a high school back and forth, or
I'm just saying,
they built the high school. Exactly. Because one of the things you point out, they point out in like fucking Nightmare on Elm Street and movies like same thing for like John Carpenter's Halloween, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like these all take place in the Midwest because they want like the fall leaves and shit like that to make it feel more like spooky. But
they're all filmed in the valley.
But they're all filmed in the valley, and it can't be because all the high schools have like exposed lockers and shit, and it's like there's no high school in the Midwest or the East Coast that has the lockers outside because of the snow. So it just doesn't exist. So that's the tell that this is just LA bullshit.
I just pulled up. There's another Safe House from 2023.
Seriously?
That looks bad as well.
How many Safe House movies are there?
Nice.
Too many, one would say.
And that one, I'm looking it up as well.
Factor?
Yeah.
Panic Room is a great movie, dude.
Panic Room is really good, actually.
Why was that surveillance room not his Panic Room?
I think it is.
Because the movie Panic Room hadn't come out yet and popularized the concept of a Panic Room.
Also, Safe House, the TV show with
oh my god, it's too much.
Stephen Moyer from True Blood, and
did they have a breakfast cereal and a cartoon?
Eccleston.
I'm just going to treat this like it's all a single franchise, even though it's totally not.
Yeah. The Safe House franchise.
The Safe House cinematic universe?
If Mr. T can have cereal, so can Safe House.
Oh yeah, if Mr. T can.
If Rubik's Cube can have a cartoon, so can Safe House.
What was the Rubik's Cube cartoon?
I forgot what it was even called.
It wasn't just called Rubik's Cube cartoon.
Rubik, the amazing cube.
His name is a guy named Rubik.
Close enough.
Yes.
Are you guys ready?
Okay.
Safe House from. There's a lot of Safe House shorts, by the way, but Safe House 98, Safe House 2011, Safe House, another Safe House 2011. That's a different one from the first one. Safe House 2008, Safe House 2015 through 17, which is a show. Safe House with Denzel in 2012, and then Safe House 2023.
Wow.
And not a one of them is a sequel, right?
And not one of them is good.
Nice.
That's the crazy part.
They should just. No one like Googles the title and be like, has someone ever used the name Safe House before for a movie? That's fine.
Yeah, let's not do that. Yeah,
that's fine. Well, what would you guys rate? What would you guys rate Safe House? Also, wait, before we end, I just want to actually explain the whole plot because we didn't. So basically,
there's Patrick not Stewart, much of one.
No, I just need to explain any premise. So basically, Patrick Stewart is playing a guy who has Alzheimer's, and the whole plot is basically he used to be part of like a kill squad for the Navy, the Naval Intelligence Committee, that killed a lot of
American?
senators once.
American. It's weird. British guy.
Okay. Yeah. He's a British dude too. They lampshaded in the movie. Oh, your father's British? Oh, but he moved to England.
The politics in this movie are not too far off from current day, I guess.
Yeah, with the populist politics president happening and all that. So, then like,
who would have thought, dude?
And the assassination. No, I'm kidding. And the crime.
But it's unrealistic in the sense that his campaign was ended because his crimes were exposed.
Yeah.
This guy was
convicted. Yeah. We proved that
that's gone.
People get elected all the time with criminals.
Yeah. But basically,
I remember seeing a comedy stand-up bit not long ago where it's like, there's a type of movie that just can't be made anymore, and that is the president's been kidnapped. Or the president's in danger. Like, you can't have a movie about the president anymore and have it be any fun.
I totally agree.
Or
the president has committed some kind of crime and is no longer able to run.
Well, because like they kidnap the president, you're like, oh, great. Good.
That's the thing. I was about to say this time when they make when they make Air Force One this time, like the remake would be that you're from the perspective of the terrorists, and the terrorists are good guys trying to stop the president from committing war crimes.
Yeah, we might actually one day get movies like that.
I think it legitimately could happen. Where there's going to be some like a political movie like that, where
that'll be really interesting to see.
Yeah, but basically,
I was surprised we didn't get like an insane amount of good horror movies during his last presidency, because traditionally, when there's like unliked, I'm just gonna say it, Republican fucking presidents, there's usually a boom in horror movies that are really good.
Really?
Like all the John Carpenter movies came out during the Reagan presidency.
But you know what stopped that?
Live.
What stopped that is
COVID?
No, it happened with the Bush era. When Bush was deeply unpopular until the war on terror started because of 9/11. After that, any criticism of the United States government's jingoism was viewed as being deeply unpatriotic. Look what happened to the Dixie Chicks. Look what happened to lots of... And like the only music... Like people kept saying, where's the good punk music during this era? There was no good punk music during that era because their careers were destroyed if they tried. Because that was actually during a period where like the most popular songs that were like country songs that came out saying we're going to put a boot in your ass. It's the American way. Like
it's slightly more accurate to say, why wasn't there more popular punk music in the era?
Yeah. There was definitely lots of underground stuff, but no one's ever heard of them. Like the days of Rage Against the Machine.
But that's where punk really lives.
Yeah, we're all over.
It's funny because he left because they weren't radical enough and they had become too popular. Like basically he was like, oh, we become the thing we don't like. I'm leaving.
Yeah. So that doesn't really happen anymore because now they have mechanisms essentially. Well, it's not mechanism. It's just that like American society in general is now so adept at like throwing people.
Are you telling me people used to get canceled for having anti-government views?
Well, they're just thrown under the bus. But basically, the plot of Safe House is Patrick Stewart knows something about this presidential nominee. He's super evil, and he has a dead man switch of information. That
as in like he's like killed people, like
he is personally
he killed
also
senators and stuff.
Yeah, a bunch of senators that were going to lower his budget. So,
which is pretty serious, but
yeah. So he has a lot of
these days.
He's a lot of dirt on that guy, and he has a dead man switch. Basically, if he doesn't reset it at 9 a.m. every day, it'll shoot out to the Washington Post and other newspapers.
Does he think he is Miles Dyson?
You mean like kind of all the kind of like, this makes me think about the group chat war plans that were like leaked, like it's like, oopsies.
But there's that like one shot that was really weird to me, because at the end he manually sets off the dead man switch, because it turns out Andy, I transposed those letters. Andy, the caretaker, was the spy the whole time. He kills her after she kills his friend, and he manually activates the dead man switch, sending this incriminating info to everybody, right? But there was like this list that was showing like the populations of cities or something, and the way, combined with the graphics that said like, like there's like a nuke explosion graphic and stuff, it made it seem like he just nuked all these cities. Because he was showing like
forgotten country.
Yeah, forgotten country with like a nuclear mushroom cloud behind it. So it made it seem like his failsafe was actually nuking all of these cities or something.
Okay. To be clear, though, what the number you saw was not population size. It was the supposed size of the file being sent.
Oh, so those are megabytes, not millions.
Yes.
Okay, then why does this say MB? Is it because literacy wasn't high enough yet?
Megabytes.
Because when you put 2.5 M, people immediately think million. They don't think megabytes.
I thought it was millions in terms of reach.
These people didn't know how to type, dude. Do you think they fucking the computer literate did?
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, sure.
I just wanted. What was the guy? Andy? The second?
Yeah.
What was his name?
Yeah, Andy. Yeah.
I wanted a scene where he like killed the girl, ran out to Andy, and he had one last scene, or the pool guy.
Oh, Stu. Yeah. Stu?
And he did one last impression. Yes, Stu. He did like from the mask. Tell old Annie I ain't coming.
He's like,
and he calls.
Yeah, it's a complete nothing character. Like it's
he should have done one last scene, dude.
Just one more.
Yeah.
That was so silly.
They didn't even capstone his like his character, his ongoing joke. They didn't really do it. Yeah.
They just killed him unceremoniously because they realized what they have done.
We got to get rid of this guy.
We don't know what to do with him. He's got to go. But okay, I was about to also bring up, though, also to support your nuking theory, it says firing launch sequence on the same screen.
I know, that's what I mean. Firing launch sequence, forgotten country with like his own, he programmed in a graphic of a nuclear mushroom cloud explosion. So it's like very sinister.
I guess they were just really leaning. They were leaning super hard into this is a bombshell revelation here.
Figuratively, this is a bombshell. But yeah, what would you rate Safe House, everyone? I can start. I'll just give it a 2.
Oh, a 2. Oh, damn.
It's really bad.
Ooh,
it's so much worse than I remembered it. There's like lots of stuff that like out of context, especially when I use them for shorts, it's really funny. But then like when you like watch it, like everyone, when they think of people who know of Safe House, when they remember Safe House, they always remember you motherfuckers are going to kill all my lilies and him shooting the floor. Right. And then like,
which is the best like 10 seconds of the movie.
Yeah. It's the best 10 seconds of the movie. Maybe close is him like doing the katana shenanigans. Maybe third is him like playing guitar in the sofa.
No, number one is him in the shower.
I know who would have played this role really well and could have been over the top. They could have played it just the same way, but it would have been more believable.
Mm-hmm.
Ben Kingsley.
Damn it.
Well,
you shot all my lilies, and bam, bam, bam. He would
imagine Gary Busey though.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. Post accident, Gary Busey. Yeah.
I'm gonna go with a 5.
That's really high.
Really, I know. Now I'm second guessing.
But she got Picard D in there.
Yeah,
that's why. Yeah, you got the D.
That's what bumped me up. You know,
you got the D.
5.
It was good. And honestly, this movie was frustrating. I felt like there was no plot. Like nothing was happening. It was just the same thing.
No, it's just psych out after psych out after psych out. Yeah, it's just like we get it. He does drills. We get it.
Yeah, and I guess there's what little progression there is that it's clear that his condition is getting mildly worse, I guess, as time goes on. And that's sad. But other than that...
And there's like a weird part where it's like, yeah, I'll take the pills. And then he's better. So you're like, oh, okay. Why have a part where he's like getting better? What does that add to the plot? Why not just have like a continual degradation?
So he can then bond with Andy.
Yeah, it just seems
that's literally what begins happening from that moment. So I'm assuming that's why. But
you could do that without any of that.
I know.
I mean, I guess I wonder how it was perceived at the time. Like, did it have a theatrical release? Like, what are we talking about?
No, it was straight to Showtime.
Yeah, we're straight to Showtime. Then like
it's a straight to cable TV movie.
Okay,
yeah. So
I feel like that's
which I feel is worse than direct to video.
Mm-hmm.
In this time, in this age.
I think direct to video you can make more money.
Yeah, there's a movie that that one had a small theatrical run. Never mind. I was going to say Truth and Consequences, but that had a theatrical run, and then it was straight to video. But a lot of straight to video movies made good movies, but cable is where you go to just fuck off.
Yeah. And it's weird because it's like they got kind of a name with Patrick Stewart. I mean, like people did point out
kind of a name. He's Patrick Stewart.
Well, I mean, before
this is pre X-Men though.
Yeah, and even
Star Trek. I mean,
yeah, only a few. How many people are watching Star Trek at this point?
At the
time, a lot actually.
I think it was really
actually Star Trek. I know, a lot of people were watching Star Trek. Yeah,
I'm gonna look at the numbers, dude, and look at the population.
No, Star Trek was legitimately like a really heavily watched show in the early 90s.
It was like maybe like a Game of Thrones level for people back then. I don't know if that's true or not.
Like how many people watched TNG on a regular basis? You know, like it's like averaged around 11.5
million.
That's a lot. That's a fucking lot.
It's a lot. And then you think about Safe House, you know, like you're like, that's an interesting choice.
No one, not 1 million people watch Safe House. I guarantee it.
No, absolutely not.
Not even 0.5, to be honest.
I'm pretty sure it hasn't broken 100,000. You know what I mean?
I don't think it's made its money back. Till this day, hasn't made its money back.
That's why Filmrise bought it, because it didn't make its money back.
It makes you wonder, like, why did he choose to do it? Maybe, like a friend situation, doing a favor, I don't know, calling it in, but...
I think it's a combination of...
easy money.
Yeah, I think it was easy money.
How much money do they have to pay him? I mean...
He was probably the biggest line on the budget, honestly. Like, just Patrick Stewart
making Star Trek money. I mean, that's pretty good, right?
Yeah, but I think it's a combination of it's easy money combined with he doesn't have to do much work. He just kind of stays.
Let's call him up, Patrick Stewart. If you're listening to this, please let us know.
Yeah, he had like an attractive
how hot
co-star.
Is my co-star? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And am I on screen 90% of the time?
I guarantee it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and he got to be very manly. You know, that all fact, like it actually does matter to him, like how masculine he feels in his role. The one of the Star Trek Nemesis, literally the reason why there are dune buggies.
Don't tell us. Don't. I don't want to. Don't.
No, you're gonna forget. You're gonna forget. The only reason there's dune buggies in the movie,
buggies, dude. God damn it, dude.
Right now, you know there's dune buggies.
Yeah, is because
he's told us about the dune buggies before. I'm pretty sure, even.
Yeah. See, you forgot I told you about dune buggies before. Is because Patrick Stewart insisted there be dune buggies because during that time he was really into off-roading. So he just wanted to show off the fact that he loves off-roading in that movie. He just does.
So was he really into like spy equipment at this time, and he just wanted to?
Maybe he was like into James Bond, and he was like, "I like."
To be fair,
yeah,
he was between the Star Trek ending, which was in what year was that?
It's 94 or 95. Yeah,
95. Okay, 95. From 95, the only good movies he's in is when he's only a co-star or like a couple liners. You know, not even a co-star. A day player.
I think before Star Trek, his biggest role was in Dune.
Yeah, and so from Star Trek to X-Men, it's all pretty much shit movies that he does,
or Star Trek
except for Christmas Carol, right? Even though I think it's a shit movie.
Well, also wasn't a Christmas Carol also a made-for-TV movie? I don't think it aired.
Yeah,
it was a theatrical release. Yeah, so you know,
and
he wasn't doing
X-Men
like
hits, and then he continues to not be in good movies. Except for the X-Men movies.
All right. Well, I gave it a 5.
Oh, you gave it 5. Yeah. So
I'm trying to find a good movie that he's in besides Green Room.
I'll look something up while you guys give your scores. I'll look it up.
I'll settle on a 3.5. I'll give it a little nudge for the fun, nostalgic 90s fashion I was seeing.
Yeah.
It's like, oh man, fuzzy shirts, like fuzzy turtleneck shirts. I remember those.
What number did you give it? Sorry?
3.5.
3.5. I'm going to go with 2 seems a little high, but I'll go with 2 to be generous.
Wow. I guess I liked it more than
does he have to star?
Yes,
Ricardo?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So it can't be like Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Yeah, those are only bid parts. Those are only bid parts, dude. I said.
Okay.
Name me one good movie where he's a lead.
Really?
Name me when he's a co-star. Name me something he's a co-star in that he's like the second or third lead and not just a big player. You can't name anything.
I'm looking it up. Okay, I'm looking up what shit he did. But continue.
No. We're gonna stop down. And we're gonna fucking look at this to prove my fucking point, dude.
I don't know. To be fair, you're right. The only thing currently I can think of at the moment is Green Room. But
and again,
he is good in that.
And in Green Room, he's not even. He's like the 8th banana in that movie. You know what I mean?
The 8th banana. No, he's not. He's the primary villain. What are you talking about?
I know, but he's only in 5 pages of the script, dude.
Let me think. What about the Emoji Movie? No, I'm just kidding. I'm trying to think. Shit.
It was very good at being shit.
Yeah. I'm telling you.
I didn't watch this damn movie.
This checks out. My theory checks
out.
Do
voice roles count?
Dude, that doesn't count.
God damn it! Because he did a lot of like dubs.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, and he's great in the Simpsons voice, dude.
Like he Adam Wested himself as part of American Dad. Like
That's true. You know, you're right. I can't see that many things.
Like he's beloved, but he's not a top headliner actor.
No.
Yeah. I'm actually genuinely having a hard time.
Tarantino's not going to bring back his career, dude, because this guy. Oh my God. Here's the thing is that like the 2 things he was good at, he was just basically, he wasn't acting. He was just old Patrick Stewart. But
the only thing I'm going to say is, okay. Oh, that's okay. He was in a BBC production of
God, dude, something no one watch. Okay, let's fucking
you of all people would
I know
watch all sorts of British shit. But he was in a British version of Richard II, but he's not even the main character. He plays John of Gaunt.
Yeah.
So it's not
again, he's like the 6th banana in that one.
Yeah, it's not it's like a bigger supporting character, but it's not one of them.
Charlie's Angels? You want to name that? The remake? Not even the OG one did?
I know, that's true. It's not even the OG one with Bill Murray.
Was he in that? He was in the remake, yeah.
Yeah, he plays the guy in the speaker. The hello ladies.
Remember when we had that movie at the place we worked at?
Yeah.
And there was a weird noise. Kristen Stewart.
Yeah. Oh, that might be under NDA. I don't know if we're allowed to say.
That's not, dude.
All right, then we'll leave it at that weird noise.
Yeah. Dean Cain style.
Yeah, she Dean Cained essentially in a way that you'll never know how, because that footage will remain under.
Dean Caning.
Yeah.
He was in The Page Master.
That doesn't count, dude. It's just
as Adventure. I mean, that's not even a good movie. The Page Master is not very good, it's not. Actually.
Was that the book with a mustache?
Yeah, it was the swashbuckling.
I hate that movie because you were like, I fucking loved Home Alone, dude. This movie can only be good, dude. This movie can only be good. And we went to see it and it was like, this movie is fucking shit, dude.
Yeah, it wasn't.
I was so angry.
Wait, am I remembering right in that the boy's lips were like intentionally colored like a different, like they were like red in the movie? Were they? Am I misremembering?
Macaulay Culkin's lips?
Yeah, like his character in the movie. Like,
you mean his animated
color
version?
His lips a different color? Yeah, like
I think so.
I remember being very off put by that.
Did they have colored lips? I can't find any evidence of that.
Yeah. Marvin still can't find a movie that he was a lead in that he was good at.
Oh wait, yeah, it totally was.
Oh, why did they do that? Why did they do that?
Crazy. Are you seeing it though?
No, I'm not seeing that. But why did they do that?
I don't know. But look, I'm sorry, listeners. Just look up pictures of Page Master.
Oh, you mean? Oh, okay. Okay. Well, that's not what I'm thinking of, because the Page Master. Wait, did the Page Master have animated segments of Macaulay Culkin?
Yeah.
Yes. The whole
he had to enter the books. Yeah. Whatever.
Oh my God, I remember that movie so poorly that I did not realize he even becomes animated. I thought it was like a Who Framed Roger Rabbit style.
He's on the damn poster as a drawing.
Yeah. Are you thinking of Indian the Cover did?
Okay, we need to close the book on Page Master. Okay.
Turn the page.
Wait, I apologize. I went to go look up the poster, and he is not a drawing on the poster.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so I'm not that crazy.
But we all know that there's an animated movie in that movie.
I totally forgot that's even how it worked.
You were probably high when you watched it, dude.
A tiny high child, yeah. So,
yeah.
Okay, so that was our discussion of Safe House, everyone.
Yeah. Can't be a kid anymore and be high.
This was a bad movie. I think this is our first April Fool's episode where we saw something legitimately really bad.
Yeah.
That's something that didn't impress us at all.
This was a self-inflicted wound, though.
Yeah.
We picked this.
Yeah,
I'm going to blame Marvin on this.
No, it's my fault. It's my fault. Yeah, it is my fault.
I mean, it's fair to get a closer look in on this, because if anyone was ever curious about it, at least they now know maybe you shouldn't bother.
Yeah.
No,
or at the very least, just load it up on YouTube, find the time code that Marvin stated, you get some dick, and then you get on your way.
Yeah.
And also scrub through to find Patrick Stewart in hilarious outfits, like a construction worker with a beard, or a Jewish rabbi with a beard.
Yep.
Yeah.
He likes to put on a fake beard.
During that segment, Sarah was like, "Wow, he knows how to use like face tape. That's crazy."
Yeah.
By the way, you know what? So when that scene started, when he was a construction worker, I'm like, God damn it, this just makes me want to watch. I have a recommendation.
Master of Disguise.
Oh no,
Turtle. I would watch that over fucking this movie. I would watch that.
I would not.
I would not actually. No.
If I was high, yeah, I would.
Oh no.
No. There's a TV show that I watched that's really good. It's called Day of the Jackal. I genuinely mentioned this before. Eddie Redmayne or whatever his name is, Redgrave, whatever his name is.
No, his name is not as cool as Redgrave. No.
And I like the show a lot. And it's a remake of a 70s show that was remade into a Richard Gere Bruce Willis movie. But then this is the second remake.
Yeah.
And it's great. It's really good. Got a good cast, and it just reminded me like, oh, that movie. He puts on a lot of costumes, and that's well done.
Oh. Yeah. All right, go watch Dave the Jackal instead of Safe House, everyone.
Yeah.
Wait, how is Dave the Jackal related to Safe House?
He wears costumes as well, but he does them well. Okay. You know. Yeah.
Gotcha.
And he could be a government agent. I don't want to spoil it.
All right. Well, all right, everybody. Thanks for listening. We have a Patreon and a YouTube membership.
Yes, join our Patreon.
Or not, if you can't afford it, it's fine.
Or don't.
There's no shame.
Yeah, check that out. And then, also go to fugitiveframes.com. Check out things we do, including the Would You Stay Tuned podcast.
Yeah, if you don't hate us,
and
actually, you can't afford it, just go give us a like or a subscribe to.
Hold on, feel free to cut this out if I'm wrong, Marvin. But is it true that if you were a member right now, you would have another episode to listen to that's actually about Star Trek?
Yes, actually, right now, if you're seeing this episode right now, our actual episode of Star Trek: The Next Generation, that's about the episode. What is it called? Rightful Heir just came out. So, but only for members.
I'm also going to say this in case I die. If you're listening to this, I'm dead.
Damn.
Just in case, dude.
Eventually that'll be deep.
Yeah.
Eventually. Also, just to get out,
it's a long fucking bit, dude. Or a short one. Who knows?
We never know.
We don't know. Yeah. Also, just to get out of the way really quick, we're sponsored by ExpressVPN, House of Wise, and Extra. Actually, Extra is the one thing I'll mention about Extra, instead of just mentioning them, they're coming out with their new Wallet Pro. You know how I mentioned I really like their Parliament wallets, the leather ones?
Yeah.
You're making an updated version. Yeah.
They're making a what?
An updated version. So that's cool.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So that's that.
I wonder what makes it more professional.
Yeah.
Apparently, it folds better. It the button has been updated to the metal one. It holds even more cards. Yeah. So yeah, check that out. But then,
nice.
So yeah. Goodbye. We'll hope if you're a channel member or a patron, you could just go watch our other real podcast episode. You could go do that right now.
Yeah. No, actually, you can go watch Safe House if you like.
Yeah. Or you know what's a good replacement for this? Go
Safe House.
Watch End of Days.
Oh God.
Yeah.
That could have been
watch anything but Safe House. Maybe watch all the other Safe Houses.
Watch. You know what movie is better than this? X-Men 3. X3.
Yeah.
But you could say that's a dumb question.
Because he says,
you know what's
I'm the fucking juggernaut.
You know what movie is better than Safe House?
That was a lame manifestation of that meme. They totally botched that.
They did.
It's Vinnie Jones though, you know?
Yeah, but like you're mismatching things. Don't use Vinnie Jones for that.
No. They needed to have like they needed to inexplicably have Juggernaut be played by a black guy, and then he needed to like
you know what? To be him specifically.
Here, I'm gonna make a real recommendation.
Okay.
If you want to watch a really fucking kick-ass British man who's bald, go watch A Working Man now in theaters.
Oh,
when this comes out.
Okay.
And you'll see Statham just fucking kicking ass, dude.
Have you seen it yet?
No, I imagine it's badass, dude.
But
Statham doesn't make bad movies, dude. Name one movie.
He made that movie with Uwe Boll that was really, really bad.
Yeah, but that was. Sometimes you gotta go slumming it to appreciate. You know what I mean?
He didn't have to go slum that low.
Sometimes
that was really. He literally showed up in his own clothing in a period piece about like in medieval times. He's wearing like a regular shirt.
Marvin, sometimes you gotta eat street tacos.
But that's a good thing.
Caviar.
Tripe tacos are delicious. There's that.
Not when you eat them in Germany, dude.
Okay,
you
goodbye,
have to cook
everyone.
them yourself.
Stop.
That's a good point.
Yeah. Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.
I'm joking, though.
Take care, y'all.
Oi, fuck off.